Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we'd do a 12 by 12 tea party scrapbook layout. The paper that I'm using from today is from Joann's. It's called Stack 10. And the idea, before I forget, for this layout is actually from Pinterest. It's actually not my own. And I really liked it, and my daughter is really into having tea parties, so I thought I would recreate it. My paper does measure 11.5 by 11.5, and I did ink my edges with my Stampin' Up! Early Espresso. I'll go ahead and back this on a piece of 12 by 12 craft cardstock paper. And I'll go ahead and glue it down with my zip drying. Next, I do have a decorative tag. This is actually a Google image that I brought down to my silhouette and trace. My tag does measure 11 1/8 by 11 1/8, and on my silhouette I did do an internal offset. To start off, I do have my photo mat. It does measure 5 1/4 by 4 1/4. Go ahead and put it right here. Next, from the Silhouette store, I do have my title. It does read Tea Party. For my title, it does measure 3.5 by 5 inches. Now for the title, it does not come with the offsets. I actually just created the offsets. It only comes with the Tea Party. I just created 2 additional offsets. Next, from Miss Kate Cuttables, I do have a flower banner. It does measure 1 3/4 by 5 3/4. And everything has been paper piece. Next, from the Silhouette store, I do have furniture. My chair measures 5.5 by 3.5. For my table, it does measure 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. And for this, I remember I did do a search for furniture and just kind of saw what came up. I do have another piece of furniture from the Silhouette store. It does measure 3 inches by 2 1/8, and this came up with one of the searches, with the same search from this over here. Next, I do have a little girl. She is for Marjorie Ann Designs. My little girl measures 5 inches by 3.5. I did pop her up on 1 thickness of foam tape, and on her hat she does have a little paper flower from Hobby Lobby, and that's the Paper Studio brand. And the file from Miss Marjorie Ann Designs, she's actually holding this flower, the daisy, in her hand, but I decided to put it over here instead. the bottom part is actually also from one of the searches that came up when I typed in furniture. For this, I'll go ahead and place it over here. And it does measure combined 2 3/4 by 2 inches. Next, for my stash, I do have a little journaling card. I'll go ahead and place it right here. Next, from Miss K Cuttables, I do have a little tea set. They all come separate, they do not come combined. For the cookies, it does measure 7/8 by 2 inches. For my cup, it does measure 1 3/4 by 1.5. For this one, it measures 2 1/8 by 2.5. Oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. I just realized I have my table on backwards, upside down. I knew it looked weird. And for her, I didn't glue down her hand part so she could go ahead and hold her cup. Let's see here. I'm so glad I realized that my table was upside down. Somebody just recently pointed out on my rainy day 2-page layout that I did, all my raindrops were upside down and I didn't even notice it. When I read that comment, oh my gosh, I laughed so hard, but there was literally nothing I could do about it. I had already posted and done the layout. Thank you for whoever pointed that out. It was so funny. I remember I had even showed my husband that layout before I posted the video and he didn't even say anything. And after I saw that comment, when I saw him, I told him about it and he laughed so hard. He's like, I didn't even notice it either. Oh my gosh. Sometimes we need good laughs. That's just funny. Let's see. And this one I did pop up on 1 thickness of foam tape. this one. Okay. For my daughter, Santa Claus actually brought her this beautiful Disney tea set, and the set is Mrs. Potts and Chip and a sibling, and it comes with a lot of different things. It comes with Lumiere, and it's such a cute tea set that her and my son won't stop playing with it. They fight a lot over it too. I made the mistake of taking it to my mother's house so she could see it, and my kids went crazy for it. My mother said, "Don't you ever bring that tea set back." Sorry, Mom. But yeah, my kids love it. Maybe like this. It's good enough. And there you have it. This is my 12 by 12 tea party scrapbook layout. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye for now.